Right, it's Sunday the 22nd of March 2015. We're just on the way down to Hampstead to pay a little visit to a certain vicar.
Naughty vicar.
Naughty vicar.
Indeed.
Church. The famous church where all the paedophilia goes off and the dirty pedo clergyman.
It's passing Christ Church School on the corner here.
The pedo school.
Yeah.
See, there's a group already up there waiting.
This is the church where the vicar lived. Well,
the pedo. And there's the school.
No, but he's the one who put his hands away. And you're a beautiful young lady, and I know you're from I know, yeah, it's easy to go that route. Yeah. Well, I read articles that said that it's an easier route to take the hose from than take it off because it's so deep. When I'm a researcher, this is the work of there was 10 kids digging through the bins covered in lice, and they went to the court and he's like, the judge is like, well, attacking dildos into sex animals, that's what she had to do. Yeah, to be sold because she's a prison bunny. She sells these sex animals, kids get like Saturday, Thursday, Friday, they get single parts. Yeah, bearing in mind they're bringing 4K each into the house and they're working. Yeah, the couple thing. And now, anyway, I went to that leaf because one of my nephews that lived
Fruitcakes who were hanging around causing a disturbance.
Fruitcake.
Your fruit.
Rest in peace, Jimmy Savile. Yeah.
Yeah, your
And still.
We're not wanting to investigate it properly.
You tell them that, like I said, you cut a tree down around the corner, they'd want a full investigation, you know, it's just horrendous.
No, I went to the general meeting with Gandhi.
Oh, you can't say if you can do it.
Yeah.
They hugged, you know, they were very upset. Of course, it's not nice to
Yeah, but if it's quality organic fruit,
Like, I'm all for that.
I know.
They photographed with them and
My favourite cake. Okay, it's Sunday the 22nd of March 2015. We're here in Christchurch itself in Hampstead Square, London, North W3 1AB. This is the 11 o'clock service being carried out by Father Paul Conrad. This is the congregation here that's been mentioned in the witness statements given by the two children and the mother. So we are just here really to try to, there's quite a few people, a few dozen people here, and we're hoping that we get a feel for the place and really to make our presence known and let people know that we're gathering here, you know, hopefully every Sunday, and to see if we can put a stop to, well, to put at rest the allegations, if not to actually investigate the allegations. But it's not enough that Judge Paul Fleece committed treason in her judgment by falsely accusing an innocent person, and she hasn't actually told us who actually did rape and sodomise the children whilst they were in the school. And if we believe that they were raped and sodomised because of the medical evidence, then we have to believe everything else the children are telling us, which is that there is satanic ritual abuse here, there is cannibalism here, there are babies trafficked through Heathrow Airport and Gatwick Airport, and most of these parents are foster parents, so they've got foster children, they've got their own children and foster children, and they actually are paid large sums of money to have these foster children, and then they are doing, they're actually prostituting the children, and they're making snuff movies with the babies. They're killing the babies and eating the babies, and then they're making shoes with the baby skin. And so this is a satanic ritual. This is why this planet is having problems with Satanism and debts and slavery. And so it is a battle between humanity and satanity. And until we win, we stop the satanity, humanity can't be free from this the Satanists running this planet, the corporations, the banks, the health service, again the pharmaceutical companies, and then we've got kidnapping of children by social services, local authorities. We've got police here protecting the Satanists in the church at the moment. I've been assaulted by the bell ringer here, who basically said that he believed in Judge Porfley's witness, the judgment, and I started to read Ella Draper's witness statement to him, and by the time I mentioned the name of Ricky Dearman, he assaulted me, tried to grab the camera off my hand. And I also tried to communicate to the police officers to show them the letter that I wrote to the Home Office and the IPCC and the local, the Metropolitan Police. They're not interested. They said that they're only here to make sure that we don't, basically arrest the priest or do something to the priest. So the priest apparently came out to speak to one of the people out here and said he didn't know anything about what we're here for. So we'll just see how it goes, and maybe, hopefully, I've got Tom Crawford is here, and we've got Ray, we've got Belinda, and hopefully Ella's parents are coming. We've got some supporters for the family. So we're hoping that if we get 12 people at the end of the day, we might be able to speak to Father Paul and tell him all about it.
So do we want more people to come down on us every Sunday from now on?
Well, yeah, because they're carrying on business as usual. Now, until we make a stand here, we've got to stop the Satanists pretending it's all honky-dory, right? Because if they're doing the church service, they're doing everything else. Yeah. They're still killing babies, they're still eating them for lunch.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks.
They can't hear me over that all good. Is that what you do as a police constable? Go to churches on Sunday, make sure everyone's doing it. They're not protests though. Have you seen one down?
What are the three bodies? Church, finance, and law. Like the law.
Canon law.
Yeah. Well, basically, put it like this. Yeah. The law can't apply to bankers, which we've seen. We've seen that. They've been getting paid for failure, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you weren't a banker and you'd done the same mistakes, you'd be put in prison. So I feel like the bankers are above the law and the church is above the law. And the law can't speak to either of those two bodies. So, no matter what they do, you can't be,
Reinforcements are arriving.
See, with the computer, I don't like putting on my I've got my name and all that on there. I don't like putting bank accounts and all that.
No,
you
yeah,
have to,
me too.
Like, see the UK call when they want to thing up, you have to put them. I'll try to see them personally and give them the cash.
Yeah.
Is it dinner time yet?
Nearly one.
How are you getting on with your
Afternoon, chaps.
Afternoon.
Okay then, it's crazy what they're doing. You see every day now, don't you? Hello there, how are you doing?
Really?
It's great what you're doing, mate, I tell you honest to God. People are waking up, mate, I tell you.
Slowly.
I'm trying to wake my mates up, right, and they're just, man, I've been fighting with them and everything, and it's crazy, man. They think I'm a bloody nutcase,
I've been there.
Well, you mentioned Satan, they think it's religious, it's nothing.
Everything, anything like is against the norm, you know what I mean? Like, they don't like it, you know what I mean?
It's a Glaswegian accent you got there, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been doing here since I was 8 years of age, actually, you know that.
Still Glaswegian?
Yeah, try to change me.
To their loving mother and grandparents, that the key witnesses, Sabine McNeil, Ella Draper and Mr. Christie, hounded out of the country by fake police. Court Manager Tim Green denied 10 concerned members of the public audience with Judge Simon for the injunction to stop Judge Paul Flea committing treason by assuming the power of the criminal court in a cover-up of child rapes and murders. This is a formal notice of dishonour in a commercial lien to stop all public service trading dishonourably forthwith within 48 hours, failing which all public servants failing to act to remedy the dishonour will be assumed removed from public office and embezzling public money thereafter. Please ensure the fraudulent warrants for the arrest of the public money, embezzling public money thereafter. Please ensure the fraudulent warrants for the arrest of the witnesses to the child rapes and murders are officially declared null and void, and the fake police who attended the homes of the victims and their supporters are arrested. Pursuant to the Geneva Convention 1930, a number of corporate governments, such as the United Kingdom, and therefore all companies, corporations registered thereunder, are named above, are operating illegally due to their bankruptcy and insolvency, including employees and agents. This is evidenced by the Gold Standard Act Amendment Bill 227, 21st of September 1931, suspended, and the subsequent...
No, there's nobody protesting here. There's nobody protesting.
If you'd like to explain to me.
You need banners for a protest.
I'm here as an anti-slavery advocate.
And anti-satanic ritual abuse advocates, we are here to stop killing babies, raping and sodomizing children in these primary schools. There's 8 primary schools there of they're feeding babies and drinking the blood of babies for lunch. These children are fed on baby meat. They cook the babies and then they make shoes in the shoe shop in Finchley Road with the skins of the babies. Okay, and these babies are being trafficked from all over the world.
If you've seen the retraction, I don't know if you've seen the videos, but if you've seen Gabrielle's retraction, you know there was no retraction there. It was actually child abuse. He was actually being abused by the interviewing officer. If it was an officer that interviewed him, he was playing with his mind. He was trying to turn him, and the kid couldn't lie. He was saying, the officer was saying, "You don't kill babies, do you?" And he says, "No, we don't kill babies, not every day, not many. You know, you've never seen a plastic willy." "No, I've never seen a plastic willy, only my dad's." This is the retraction.
Okay, now Father Paul Conrad, who's in there conducting the service, he has got what do you call them? The holes in his back, piercing along his back, and he's got a tattoo on his penis.
Part,
yeah. And so what we want to do is we want to ask to get him to be in.
Don't want to take any of these, you say?
In to have a medical doctor. Sorry, what did you say?
I didn't want to get any of the kids in the pictures.
Yeah, so for him to be examined by a medical doctor to rule out the descriptions the children have given him whilst he raped the babies and the children at the schools here. And they also use plastic willies, and the children have described different colours of plastic willies. Okay.
He says, "Where does he make them?" He says, "Where did you get the plastic willies?" He says he makes them in his shed. You know, there's all this detail there. The officer who was interviewing him was trying to turn him around and saying, "What happened at the party?" He was saying, "Well, it was sex." He says, "But not in that room. What happened in the other room?" He says, "Well, it was sex. This is what happened." And it's, as I said, you know, anybody who's seen that retraction interview knows that them children are still with abusers. That's the facts.
Powerful abusers as well.
Well, of course, yeah.
Abusers with no power, they're not the proper type of abusers.
She's picked some very well chosen words from the Bible. Let's do that as well.
Return of the children and repatriation with the British embassies and the British authorities, with the Russian authorities, to have the children returned to to their family, their grandparents.
Everyone needs a mum, innit?
Be very
You need your mum
grateful
sometimes.
for you
And you're a
assisting
fully
us
grown man.
in our remedy. Okay, you've been excellent to us.
Yeah, you done well,
You've
mate.
given us your time. I'm very proud to have spoken to you.
Thank you.
And thank you for your
That's okay.
attention.
No
Thank you
problem.
very much.
And also, I like the fact that you refer to yourself as a constable, because we can do with constables. We don't like officers, we do like constables.
Always been a constable.
Thank you.
I know. How stupid we are, I know. So naive, ain't we?
Some of the public are involved in it as well.
Social services, police,
Sure.
church,
Yeah.
school.
Parents at the school.
They're not going to believe that, are they?
Maybe she's
Of course they believe it because they're involved with
Maybe
it.
she's one of them.
Yeah.
Maybe she's a teacher.
Coming up.
Every single person in there is, a satanic baby eater. But trust me, I'm the one who put up the website, HampsteadChristchurch.com, right? And
We're not blocking the entrance here or anything, are we?
no, but so I'm the one who put up that website. So trust me, I more than most believe that what the children say, right?
But come, I want you to meet these people that
Hang
know
on,
the
hang on.
children.
We're just talking. 1 second, sorry. So, but I wanted to go in there. Now I've got the whole service on audio. You can listen to, okay? And all their singing. I'm going to get you while you guys are getting. All their, that way I can concentrate on.
I'm just going to do a selfie of myself.
No. But all their audio, you'll be able to listen to it, okay? I wish they had been singing songs I could understand, but you couldn't. It was everything in Latin. Yeah, but I got close-ups of books, this gospel book that had weird animal creatures on it instead of like, well, where's Jesus? Where's the Bible? So you can upload what you have, and I'll upload what I have, and that way, because I wanted to be out here with you guys, trust me, but somebody had to be in there to record the whole service, so I did. I got in before and recorded it, and so what happened out here? Was it good? Because she wants to.
Chatting,
talking.
talking,
No, you could
meeting
hear.
each other,
I want to tell you.
introducing each other.
You could hear you guys. You were pretty loud.
We weren't. Well, I didn't hear anyone making loud noise.
Well, then who was making all that noise?
Was there any moments?
Was there no chat?
People-
There was no chatting.
Well, we were all talking.
I mean-
we were told not to disturb in there, so we
Well, who
accepted.
was making all that noise? Was that children's Sunday school?
Well, there was a couple of it in there that were talking and maybe a little bit louder, but you'll be able to see this on Sri Lanka Sea on YouTube.
Okay, but there was a lot of noise. It sounded like people. It sounded like there was a roaring crowd out here of protesters with megaphones. That's not what was going on.
You've got that on tape. Well, if you've got that on tape, then
I got it on tape.
Waiting for you.
Hi.
Come and meet these two lovely guys. They know the family very closely.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, bravo. Oh my God. Okay, so this is what happened. I saw the children, Alyssa and Gabriel. I believed them. I started following the story. I created HampsteadChristchurch.com. Have you been to that website?
Oh, no, we haven't yet, no.
Okay, so you know the church's website is
it's
Christ.
the best website apparently, according to a friend. It's fantastic.
Which one? My
Yours,
Hampstead
yeah.
Christchurch?
A friend sourced it and said it's fantastic.
Good. Well, I'm still trying to work on it update. Like I put this meeting on there. So when I saw Alyssa and Gabriel, and who the heck wouldn't believe those kids, okay? So I create the website, I update it as much
But
as
I
I
listened
can.
to it and I was actually saying, no, this cannot be true. This cannot be true. These people know the children. know the woman, know the friend of the mother.
Maybe we could talk more, connect numbers, because, all right, so I'm going on the inside. I got here before everybody else, and I'm sorry that I disappointed you by not coming.
You disappeared.
I had to be inside. Somebody had to be.
Yeah, okay,
I
well,
sat in there
for
for the whole
service.
service. I've got the whole service on audio. Somebody had to do it.
Yeah.
I didn't get the whole service on video, but I got a lot of video of a lot of things. Everything I could video in there, I did. Before, and then when the service came, I got it all on
Any
audio.
allegory to what's going on outside? Did they mention at any point?
No, you know what it felt like in there? Because I was asking these people, when I was in there, they were guarding the doors.
Yeah, because they
They were really guarding the doors.
You know the sweet girl that we met the other day, this blonde girl that we met, she came here, she wanted to see you, she said hello to you, but she had to go to work.
She was here?
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't believe I missed her.
Well, there you go, you can't be everywhere.
Listen,
Only
They're on
God.
Monday. The girl was there Monday as well. Down
Go on,
at
darling. What?
the Julian Assange vigil.
yeah, that's right. Well, I want to say, okay, so I came here and before most people, and then I walked around the back, I walked around that side of the children, I walked down to the school, I got video of the school, the little playground, the outside, all there, and I came back in, and then before too many people were here, I walked
warmer in
into
the
the
church
service,
anyway.
and I took footage inside for about 45 minutes, and then the service started, and I got the whole thing on audio, and if you ask me, Jesus Christ, I mean, number one, it would be shocking to say that everybody in there is privy on this baby-eating satanic mass murder. It would be shocking if everybody were. There's got to be some dumb people in there. There's a scripture that says nobody can say Jesus is Lord. I mean, I don't know. Even Satan knows Jesus is Lord, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to take me a little time to digest this, but I will, because it's hard for me to think of everybody in there is evil.
Yeah.
But now,
Could well
on the
be.
other side, okay, we've got a lot of other stuff going on. Satan comes as light, right?
Yes.
And that's his disguise, just like the CIA wants to make the good look evil
Yeah.
and the evil look good. I
yes.
mean, that's the whole thing.
the
Deception.
game,
Satan,
yes.
the father of lies.
Yes.
That's what they're good at.
Yes.
Deception.
That's their skill, yeah.
Yeah, so can people really say the Our Father and the Creed and Jesus is Lord? Most of that singing in there was stuff nobody could understand. It was in Latin. I don't know what
Really?
they could have been singing. Hey Satan, you're my best friend. I don't know what.
Yeah.
I mean,
They
and
say it
most
in
of that
Latin
singing,
now. Is it all in Latin?
I guess is whatever it was. I couldn't
just-
understand it, and you'll be able to hear the whole audio, right?
Hopefully somebody will be able to translate it for us.
Yeah.
Well, so I wanted to be out here, but I knew somebody had to be in. You know?
Santa Maria.
Madre de Dios,
So the-
ruega por nosotros pecadores,
the Paul,
ahora y en la
the
hora
Victor Paul,
de nuestra
I got him on
muerte.
audio.
Amen.
Not in
I
video.
had
It
more
was-
church
I walked out
shoved
and had
onto
my
me
audio
than
still on,
anyone.
and I began to talk to people
My
with
mother
my audio
used to be here
And they-
helping me today. Sunday,
They were-
I think I would just run to the church.
It just got uncomfortable. It was very uncomfortable.
Hypocrite,
It was
my mother
uncomfortable
said.
in there.
Come on, help me, mother.
They had people guarding the doors, big man,
You know, the young, the young yourself.
big guy guarding the door, and then another.
Like security guard, as
African.
opposed to
Well, he was like the
People in
security.
So I don't think they were security, but they looked like security.
Well, he didn't.
can't really
no,
spot
he
them
just
with
had
curly
his-
things and big broad shoulders.
No, he was just a big guy who was acting as security.
With the grey
this
coat,
other-
the guy with the long
yeah.
grey coat.
I don't know. I might have.
I'm sure you filmed it
He was.
going in.
He has a little baby dog with him. On my way out, I said, "That's not much of a guard dog." But then, I just can't. I can't believe everybody in there is an evil baby eater.
Oh no.
I mean, I don't think they are. They could. There's got to be. Like, I have to wrap my head around it. I haven't really digested.
No.
It's hard to go to a church service where things seem to be okay, and then you walk out, that's not okay. You know what I mean? And that's why I want to look into some of these books that I saw that had weird covers on them with animals and not Jesus. It's called the Gospel. There's two of them in the front. I got them on video. I opened them up and the pastor or whatever, the vicar comes out. He says, "You're very busy," because I'd been shooting tape in there for 45 minutes, just everything I could shoot. He said, "You're very busy." I said, "I'm a tourist." Now, part of me wanted to get up in the middle of the service and say, "The fuck is the matter with you goddamn baby eaters from hell?" You know?
That's not like you.
No, that can be very much like
I know.
Did you know that can be like
Yeah, I certainly did. Yeah. I saw it down in Knightsbridge on Monday.
You saw it nice.
Yeah, that's why I'm here to see you again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, darling. And you too. Well, now, you were one I wanted to meet because you were the one who said you knew how to arrest the judges, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I saw you, and I think that the pressure's on. These little kids, we know they're telling the truth, and the pressure's on. It's a little murky around here. Murky as in,
I don't think
everybody's
the police, whether the kids are telling the truth or not, the police haven't done a full investigation.
Yes.
That's
it.
simply do it.
That's the crux.
Look at tattoos.
Yeah.
That's it. Tell us who raped the children. Who raped the children and sodomized them?
Someone
Yeah.
did.
Who did it?
There's medical
Because
reports,
The
yes.
judge says they didn't do it, they didn't do it, and they didn't do it. So
Who
who
did it?
Who
Yes.
did it?
Yeah.
Simple.
I'm going to start this.
And then it's not Abraham Christie, I don't believe.
No, it's not.
But
It's
I can
not.
only take 15-minute intervals
Yeah, yeah.
because somebody killed off my YouTube,
Oh, I've had the same thing happen to me.
and then I got it back. 286 videos I got back, thank the Lord. It was the Anonymobile, the Adventures of Anonymobile.
Could I get your email address? Is that
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love
First
love
of all, I want to
I can't.
All right. Now I'm starting my day. This is how I'm starting my day.
Great way to start the day.
Everything else was like, I have to do this. I gotta go in there. I gotta take pictures of the school. I gotta record that audio. And you know, I got on my knees. I cried. I said the Our Father with everybody else. And I don't think anybody's in there. I mean, everybody in there are evil baby eaters. But I think I'm trying to touch my, I'm trying to listen to the Holy Spirit because I'm a Christian. I'm trying to listen to the Spirit, and I was trying to pick up vibes and stuff. But I'm not into witchcraft, and I can't say I'm a psychic or anything like that. Sometimes I have divine intervention in my life, and sometimes I think I have spiritual intuition. For sure I do. I know I do. So I was trying to get in there, but maybe I have to go in there when it's dark and quiet, nobody's around.
Has to be too scary.
I felt a little bit like that when I was going around the corner shooting footage by myself, but I knew I'd be fine because Jesus is with me. Be here and spoken with us! Get back here in the name of Jesus! In the name of Jesus!
I'm not feeling very well. Have you heard about that satanic? No, I haven't. In your church.
You're involved in it, aren't you?
Kids, mate. Have you heard? You agree on it?
Stop killing the babies.
Satan.
Stop killing babies.
Yeah. You Luciferians.
She got a smile on her face.
Stop killing babies
She's got
and
a
eating
smile on her
babies.
face.
You like it? You like
Satanists.
having sex with all children, do you?
You don't want Satanists on this planet.
They're not going to be here for much longer.
You're a cockroach. You're going to go to hell when you die,
You
woman.
only answer questions. You just want the answers. That's all we
Ashamed
need,
of
the
yourself.
answers. It's very upsetting.
So he's raping children.
Is it? What about the babies that have been murdered?
Stop killing babies. Stop killing children in the church. I'm happy I can do it. I ain't doing nothing wrong. Stop killing babies.
Officer, can you arrest that woman?
Satanist. That one.
Is she their mistress?
He's a Satanist, yeah. Child killer.
Is she their mistress of the school?
I think he's a priest of that. Have you started?
No, apparently he's a big lad.
Is he?
He said apparently he's coming out, but he's locking the door. So yeah, how'd you do it so long?
Disgusting. Oh, that's right.
Come on,
That's what it is. Is it no justice, no peace?
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? No justice, no peace.
This is the face of a satanic paedophile.
I don't know. He was there earlier saying to that lady,
Father Paul has gone 20 minutes
which one are you? Kept saying
Both. They're both. Them lot. They're evil and crazy. The judge is saying that's
Father Paul Conrad.
Carried away. Father Paul Graham.
He was a decoy. That was a decoy. That was a decoy. We're coming back next Sunday.
Why would a church need all these cameras, eh?
That's what we were saying. That one was there.
I think they could see who's coming.
And that was dead, mistress.
You don't have to do it.
7-story self-contained flats. This is Christchurch, replacement of hospital.
Witness statement by Ella Draper from 21st of March 2015. I, Ella Draper, mother of Alisa Gariva Diamond, age 9, and Gabriel Gariv Diamond, age 8, hereby give this witness statement under the Criminal Law Act 1967 in the public interests in matters of great public importance to expose serious crimes of satanic ritual abuse, including rape, sodomy, murder, and cannibalism committed against infants and children in churches and primary schools in the UK. I'm a graduate in MA History of Art at Moscow State University. I have an older son from a previous marriage, James, who has a good relationship with his dad, Abraham, my younger children, and myself. Alice and Gabriel have made allegations of rape and sodomy against their dad, Ricky Diamond, age 46, from whom I am separated since 2007 due to his serious domestic violence and assault on my life. I have been living with my partner Abraham Christie since June 2014, who is comparatively much more loving and understanding towards the children than their dad. To my understanding, the father had no contacts with the children apart from 3 times in June-July 2014, until they informed me that their dad rapes and sodomizes them at the school with plastic willies daily, and witnesses other teachers and head teachers to do the same to them during school times. After they made allegations against their dad, teachers, police, social workers, they were kidnapped and forced into foster care against my wishes, without any credible evidence of harm by me or Abraham against them, or any court order after a proper due process in law. Alice and Gabriel have been interviewed by Abraham and me on many occasions in August 2014, giving full details of rapes, sodomy, murders, cannibalism, and satanic rituals at the Christchurch primary school. The individuals involved: Reverend Paul Conrad at Christchurch, head teacher Mrs. Katie Forsdyke, teachers Mr. Hollings, Mr. Ridges, Miss Esser, Miss Carn, Miss Marden, Miss Fenoni, Miss Shale, Miss Shaw, Mrs. Battle, Miss Clover, Mr. Williams, Mr. Burnett, Mr. Polidano, Miss Wilma, Miss Kirby, and all the rest. Administration staff, Miss Stokes, Miss Connock, Miss Kate Unwin. Delivery and canteen staff at the Christchurch Primary School and the Christchurch itself, Mr. Aaron Morris, and all the rest. Teachers who left the school to other schools to spread the cult but still come to the Satanist parties includes Miss Rees, Miss Surgeon, moved to Brighton, Miss Clay, works for New French School in London, Miss May, moved to St. Margaret, Miss Koch, moved to Hampstead Parochial as a teacher assistant, Miss Ashton, children claim that she lives in the tall building next to the school, floor before the top one. Teachers from other schools, Mr. Hint from Hampstead Parochial, Mr. Phonics from New Ann School, Mr. Fritz, Mrs. Fritz had from Fijian's Primary School. 20 special families and their children include Mr. Halaker and Mrs. Tweed, their daughter Sophie, Mr. Cowell, Jackie Warren, and their daughter Millie Cowell, and 2 siblings, Nicole Geretta, Brett Fairhead, their son Max Fairhead, Sam Gunasekera, Andrew Harrison, their daughter Calypso Harrison, Takanefanutsu, Stephen Barbaglia, their son Kai Barbaglia, Maria Sona, and the children Daniel and Raphael Yilmaz, Rebecca Denton and Adrian Wainbrecht, their son Remy Wainbrecht, Nadia and Gideon Lieberman, their sons Remy and Spike Lieberman, Josie Kirby, Elliot Island, children Amina, Leon, Max Island, Vanessa Fitzpatrick and George Fitzpatrick, their son Clark and sister Lindsay Fitzpatrick, Duke and Lydia Noronha, their son Courtney Noronha, Karen and David Harris, their daughter Katie Harris, Nimet Goldman, Artyom Lamanov, their son Luka Lamanov, Yapa Saji Chamara and their son Ryan Chamara, Galina and Mark Upson, their son James Upson, Sunita and Tom Baines, their son Sebastian Baines, Fiona and James Singleton, their daughter Annie Singleton, Sophie and Alan Palling, their daughter Eliza Palling, Jill and Michael Waring, their son Ethan Waring, Kelly and Justin Darby, their daughter Eloise Darby, and the younger daughter Lily. Ella Louise now moved to Fijian's Primary School. Bianca and Bore Wessel, their daughter Emily Wessel, Michaela and Daniel Jenkinson Chamberlain, their daughter Augusta Jenkinson Chamberlain, Aaron and Sagit Gavish, their daughter Mia Gavish, Sophie and Neville Dix, their daughters Georgia and Violet Dix, Martin and Julie Jones, their son Jack Jones, Heidi and Charlie Gandhi, and the son Johannes and Massimo Gandhi, Agnieszka Goldsmith, Peter Goldsmith, their daughter Natasha Goldsmith, Claire Winder and Mark Hull, their daughter Georgiana Hull, Tracy Sassover, Ethan Sassover, their daughter Hannah Sassover, Sheena Tressida, Alistair Tressida, and their daughter Poppy Tressida, Yuvraj Desai's parents, Alexandra Beaumont and Daniela Lewis, and their son Alex B. also moved to Fijian's primary school. Alexander Chan, Cecilia Andrew, and their son Alex C. Also social worker Richie Dancy, Mr. Damon's family members, Linda Williams, his mother, his sister Lisa Damon, her husband David, children Katie and Max, Mr. Damon's brother Wayne Damon, his wife Mary, children Amelia and Alex. The children have stated that the sacrifices are performed in the church building. I believe the children, when they describe how infants are frequently delivered to school, they are raped, tortured, injected in the neck, and their necks are cut with a sharp knife held by them, with their dad's hands over the top. I believe my children when they say that the infant's neck is cut and the infant body is turned upside down to collect the blood into a bowl. The blood is poured into a silver goblet and drunk by their dad, then passed to them. They're vegans, by the way, and then passed to the rest of the children and staff. The infants are being disemboweled. The infant's body is then cooked in the cooker and eaten by the children of 20 special families, Mr. Damon, teachers, parents, for lunch. The children describe how their dad sometimes eats infants twice a day. From the names and details provided, I have no doubts that both my children are telling the truth about the rapes, sodomy, murders and cannibalism at the Christ Church in Hampstead Square, London, NW3 1AB, at Christ Church Primary School and at least 7 other primary schools nearby. I also believe that my children have suffered nightmares, physical, psychological and mental torture by many public servants involved in the trafficking of infants into the UK for human sacrifice and organ harvesting. I believe my children are telling the truth when they describe that their father is the leader of a satanic cult which traffics infants from all over the world. I also believe that many parents have foster children and abuse the children at the school as part of a satanic cult. I believe this cult has been going on for many decades. I also believe that public servants are doing their utmost to conceal the crimes for fear of losing jobs and lucrative incomes. I am very disappointed that the police have failed to do any investigation into the rapes and sodomy by their dad, teachers and head teachers, and other public servants, as well as private individuals, despite forensic medical evidence that their allegations are true. I believe that Abraham had conducted excellent interviews with the children to encourage them to talk about their painful experiences, so as to put a stop to these crimes against infants and children by public officials and other individuals when compared to the police interviews. I believe that the police were involved in a cover-up. The police interviewed the children without my presence, refusing me the opportunity to be there, while the police kept them up quite late and did not allow the children to give names of the parents and teachers raping the children or the names of the children who were raped. I wish to rely on the video interviews of the children by Abraham, which were confirmed in the police interviews on 5th and 11th of September 2014. The police interview, dated 17th of September 2014, is not reliable because it took place after the children were taken to the care, unaccompanied by me, in secret, after the incriminating evidence of the plastic willies, the skulls and other evidences were destroyed. In February 2015, there was a skip outside the church with a renovation to tamper with the incriminating evidence of the rapes and murders and satanic rituals. I do not agree with the medical report that Abraham caused Gabriel's ear to bleed after hitting him. It was in fact his dad, Mr. Damon, who did that. Children confirmed this fact. I believe the 9 police officers who came to my home on 10th February 2015 were from the same satanic cult of which Mr. Damon is the cult leader, so as to kidnap me to silence me. I give this witness statement on video and on paper because I was driven out of the UK under threat of kidnap or worse. I seek the urgent return of my children to my care, for which I have a care order in my favour. I seek assistance of the various British and Russian authorities and embassies in the repatriation of my children to Russia to live with me and my parents. I seek court order protection for the witnesses from kidnapping by Mr. Damon's cult members and his agents. I seek the arrest and prosecution of all who perverted the course of justice, including Judge Powley for treason. I seek the shutting down of both Barnet and Camden councils for the active participation and cover-up of satanic rituals in their schools, nurseries, churches, leisure centres, office buildings, involving hundreds of their staff and agents, including police. Pursuant to the Geneva Convention from 1930, a number of corporate governments, such as the United Kingdom, and therefore all companies, corporations registered thereunder, above named, are operating illegally to their bankruptcy and insolvency, including employees and agents. This is evidenced by the Gold Standard Act Amendment Bill 227 from 21st of March 1931, suspended, and the subsequent Uniform Commercial Code, UCC International Law. See www.law.cornell.edu/UCC. This is a final notice of acceptance for the remedies sought in paragraphs 18 to 22, above failing which this is a notice of dishonor in the commercial lien under Uniform Commercial Code, Code Notice of Dishonor, UCC 3-503, UCC 3-504, and UCC 3-505, without prejudice, UCC 1-308, in the sum of £732 billion budget for 2014. See www.icj2.webs.com/lien for the dishonor to the UK public in the embezzlement of public money, which becomes sevenfold in accordance with biblical law if the dishonor continues after 30 days. Leviticus 26 verses 28 and Proverbs 6 verses 30 to 31. And I make this solemn declaration consciously believing the same to be true, and by virtue of the provisions of the Statutory Declarations Act from 1835. Ella Draper declared this on 21st of March 2015.
Debt Free TV, in association with GetOutOfDebtFree.org.